always be delivered to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the brightness. I am Ratu Raya Alia Zafira from SMA 1 Sumbawa Besar. It is both a privilege and a responsibility to stand before you, not just as a student, but as a part of a generation that will inherit the consequences of today's choices. Therefore, I would like to present my speech entitled, Today's Youth, Tomorrow's Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine waking up one day to a world where the air is no longer safe to be inhaled, where the floods destroy homes, and where the beauty of nature exists only in pictures. This sounds like a scene from a movie, but no, it's not. This is the future we are heading toward if we ignore climate change. Then, what is climate change? Climate change refers to long-term changes in temperature and weather patterns. While these changes can occur naturally, what we are facing today is largely caused by human activities, such as our reliance on fossil fuels for industry and manufacturing, deforestation due to agriculture and palm oil extraction, growing number of vehicles emitting carbon dioxide, and food production, especially livestock and land clearing, releases methane and other greenhouse gases. Ladies and gentlemen, ultimately, our lifestyle and consumption patterns play a major role. In fact, Indonesia is among the top contributors to global emissions, showing that our actions today have no impact for the future. And the impacts are no longer distant. You guys can feel that Sumbawa is getting harder day by day, right? That's it. We are witnessing rising global temperatures, melting ice caps, increasing sea levels that threaten coastal communities. Extreme weather is becoming more frequent. Forests are disappearing, animals are losing their homes, and ecosystems are collapsing. Even our health is at risk due to pollution and climate-related diseases. But here's the truth. Climate change is not just a problem. It is a responsibility, our responsibility. So ladies and gentlemen, what can we do? As young people, we may feel like our actions are too small to matter, but that is not true. In fact, change always begins with small steps. We can start with simple things in our daily life, such as turning off lights when we don't need them, reducing the use of plastics, bringing our non-water bottles to school, not plastic food, choosing to walk, cycle, or use public transportation. These actions may seem small, but imagine if millions of young people did the same thing every single day. Small actions, when multiplied, create massive impact. We, as the youth, are not just the leaders of tomorrow. We are the change makers of today. We have the energy, the awareness, and the power to influence others. When we take action, we inspire our families, our friends, and our communities to do the same thing. And that's how real change begins. Not from something big and impossible, but from something small and simple, but consistent. Because when we fight climate change, we are not just protecting our earth, we are protecting ourselves. We create cleaner air, more stable weather, stronger economics, and a safer future for generations to come. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you, if not us, then who? And if not now, then when? The future is not something we wait for. It is something we build through the choices we make today. So let us take responsibility, let us take action, and let us be the generation for future. Ladies and gentlemen,